All right, how do you console a friend after a really tough loss? Todd is not the best at consoling because we have people here who work and they have their favorite teams. Ray, the intern, PA Ray, he's a Lions fan. Lions lose in dramatic fashion to the 49ers. Todd doesn't wait too long, but you do console Ray, and then you tell him to help you do something, some research.
Yes. And I don't know what the right amount of time is to wait, because if there's a show coming up and certain things are needed in a timely fashion and you want to be sensitive, because certainly I wouldn't be in a great mood if the Broncos, lost a big playoff game or a Super Bowl or anything. But then what is the right amount of time before you wait purposely for a separate conversation or email or note, so that you just break up the two, the consolation note and then the work-related thing note?
Yes, Paulie.
Just to put this in perspective, Ray, a lifelong Lions fan, long-suffering, moments after his team loses in painful fashion when they thought they're going to advance, Fritzy sends one text that says, hey, sorry about your team. Hey, don't forget for the prep tomorrow. It was all in the same text.
Okay.
The sorry for your team, and don't forget to do these 8 things.
Yeah. And then we have Rob, who's a big Knicks fan, and trying to console him. I see him in the parking lot getting out of his car, and I said, hey, how you doing? And he talked about the Knicks, and they gave it their all, and they just ran out of bodies. And then that's it. Marvin's team lost the Super Bowl, the 49ers. I don't know how long Todd spent consoling you on that before asking you.
He was like, tough loss. Make sure that Peter King article is printed, all right?
Wow.
Yeah, well, I don't know if there's a right way or a wrong way. I think it depends on the moment. How bad, how did you lose? How did your team lose? Like, what do you say to a Falcon fan after the Patriots, that victory? Man, I thought you had them. Yes, Eden.
Part of what made Todd's version of it so funny, though, is that it wasn't something pressing. It wasn't something that needed to be done right away. It was a reminder to do something tomorrow that eventually we would need. It was like, hey, sorry that you guys just lost 30 seconds ago. Can you make sure that we have enough King's Hawaiian rolls for Friday?
It was
Okay,
a
sure.
Sunday night
Okay.
final, and then Todd's asking for something for Monday morning.
More fascinating thing is that I don't remember that being like a group chain. Why would I send that to everybody? So I guess Ray either shared it to everybody to show how insensitive I was, or I'm not sure exactly how that would be for everyone to be involved with.
Yes,
to react
Marvin.
to.
All right, so if you're a Falcons fan, should you always bring it up? Like, man, it's terrible, like the 28-3 lead. Sorry, guys. Like, I have a friend, he listens to the show. He's going to text me. He's a Falcons fan. He's going to text me, why do you guys always do this to me? Well,
we didn't do it.
we didn't do it. The Falcons did it right.
Okay. At what point do you stop bringing up 28-3?
Never.
If they win, can you still bring up 28-3? Yeah, Paul.
It's Bill Buckner and the Red Sox. The moment in 04 they won the World Series, the Buckner thing is not an afterthought, but it's not the painful moment. If the Falcons win a Super Bowl in 2 years, 28-3 is a painful memory, not the definition of your franchise.
Yeah, Marv.
So the Lions, you always have to bring up 24/7 until they win, right?
I guess. I don't know if we bring that up the way we bring up 28-3, because that was the Super Bowl. That was Tom Brady, the Patriots. The Lions, we didn't know if they were ready for that moment. They were up 24/7. I don't think people go, man, 24/7.
And it was halfway through the third quarter. They were up 28-3. I can't believe they lost that game.
I know. I know. It defies logic. That's why you can never say never about a sporting event. Whenever somebody goes, oh, that'll never happen, it can. Like, just some of the craziest, most preposterous things when you go, how did that happen? I didn't see that happening. But I guess we still have the license to be able to say to a Falcon fan, hey, man, that quarterback situation's crazy, but, man, 28-3. What? Yeah, Mark.
What do you say to somebody when you're watching a game and you don't have like a dog in the fight and you're watching a game with somebody who's a fan and they just lost in a terrible fashion? Like, do you just not say anything to them?
I wouldn't say anything. I would just go, all right, you're on your own. You're deep into your own thoughts. Process it, and then come on up for air, and then we could talk about it. But if you're going to go, hey, yeah, that's tough. Like nothing consoles you. You have to do it yourself. There's nothing. And unless somebody goes, here, there's a beer. Thanks. Yes, Todd.
You also really need to understand the personality of that fan. There's one that's like, that really sucks and you're bummed. There could be violent, angry, throwing things, punching a wall fan, where one look or one comment could set them over the edge. So you better really know who you're dealing with.
Yeah.
That person has bigger problems, by the way, than their sports team losing.
If they're punching walls,
yelling
and screaming.
Yeah, the violent screaming, punching things, smashing things.
Smashing
that
their
person's
TV.
got much bigger problems.
Yeah. Yes, Paulie.
I think with a guy like Rob in the back and the Knicks, you'd like to go back and say, hey, man, you got to feel great about next year. You're going to get healthy. Brunson looks like a superstar. I don't know if that person wants to hear it, though, in that moment. You want to say positive things. Like if you were talking to a Lions fan like Ray, they lost, but look at their roster. You want to say to them, you're in such great shape and blah, blah, blah. But I don't think the person who's in the pain can hear it.
I'm not in the business of consoling. It's just, there's nothing you can really say. That person has to console themselves. They have to understand it and kind of have some clarity of, okay, we had a good year. And then you could kind of piggyback whatever they say. We had a good year. Yeah, you had a great year. We can build on this. Yeah. But I don't think when you're doing the bullet points going, hey, you had a great year. No, we didn't. We lost. Well, you got a roster you can build on. Yeah, we can't create that magic again. Like, it doesn't do any good. Yes, Mark.
Yeah, that sense of urgency just kind of feels like it was all or nothing this year. Because I always say the worst thing somebody says is, oh, you guys will be back. No, you don't know somebody will be back.
Yes.
Look, if I say the 2003 Cubs, young Kerry Wood, young Mark Pryor, that whole team looked primed to make a run for another 2 or 3 years, no, that's not the case.